Nyeri County is predominantly an agricultural county with the potential of producing enough food for both subsistence and commercial purpose. The county is well endowed with fertile and deep soils, mainly loam and sandy loam soils, which support growing of crops, pastures and trees. The agricultural sector is significant in the economy of Nyeri County and the means of livelihood for most of the rural population. It employs over 40% of the total population, and over 70% of the rural population depends on agriculture for their livelihood.
Kulingana na fenye tunalima na tunaona faida, tumeanza kuchange manyumbani kwetu. Sasa kitu kama manyumba, tumeanza kujenga manyumba mzuri. Yenye tulikuwa tunakaa bereni, siku hizi tuko advanced kidogo.
I made poultry farming a business whereby I was able to educate my two sons through the secondary school with the income from a poultry business and also taking them to college.
I find that I get at least over 15 to 20K. If you can go in the lower side of our land, you find that I'm constructing my own house.
Like for now 2 or 3 terms, my daughter is being educated by chicken. I don't get a shilling off my pocket. The proceedings from my chicken make sure that she learns in a good school.
Tumeajiri wanayuzi kaa 13 hivi penye tuko hapo kwa hii kikundi yetu. Mimi bado imenisaidia, mimi ni mwanafunzi, mkiniona hapa nasoma auto engineering. Saidi yangu inanisaidia kuketa masomo yangu.
After selling kuku, after selling eggs, I managed to pay school fees for my kids. And that's why I can't forget ASDSP.
The Agricultural Sector Development Support Program ASDSP was initiated, where ASDSP Phase I was implemented between 2012 and 2017. Upon completion of ASDSP Phase I, end-term evaluation recommended ASDSP Phase II to address the gaps identified. ASDSP II is a 5-year intervention from 2017 to 2022 aimed at commercialization of agriculture through the development of selected priority value chains. In Nyeri County, the program targeted to reach over 14,000 value chain actors. That is, over 7,000 cow milk, over 3,900 Irish potato, and over 3,000 indigenous chicken value chain actors in 224 value chain organizations, out of which 60 are for cow milk, 65 indigenous chicken, and 99 Irish potato.
Yeah, very close friend.
The county government of Nyeri, under the stewardship of His Excellency Mwalimu Mutahikahiga EGH, has been supportive to the program, which is aimed at the commercialization of the value chain actors through development of sustainable priority value chains for improved income, food, and nutrition security. The program interventions resulted to increased value chains, productivity, entrepreneurship skills of priority value chain actors, access to markets by value chain actors, and strengthened structures and capacities for consultation, cooperation, and coordination in the sector. This has attracted 13 counties to benchmark in Nyeri County. Nyeri County is predominantly an agricultural county with the potential of producing enough food for both subsistence and commercial purpose. The county is well endowed with fertile and deep soils, mainly loam and sandy loam soils, which support growing of crops, pastures and trees. The county's area is 3,337.1 kilometers squared, out of which 987.5 kilometers squared and 758.5 kilometers squared are arable and non-arable land area respectively. The larger part of the land is used for food crop, while the rest is used for cash crop farming, livestock rearing and farm forestry. The county grows and keeps a range of enterprises comprising cash crops, horticultural crops, food crops, livestock production, agroforestry, tree plantation and fisheries. The agricultural sector is significant in the economy of Nyeri County and the means of livelihood for most of the rural population. It employs over 40% of the total population, and over 70% of the rural population depends on agriculture for their livelihood. The county gross domestic product from the agriculture sector stands at 52% in Nyeri County, based on KNBS 2019. Within the period under review, the Department of Agriculture in the county focused on its 4 pillars, which are to improve productivity in agriculture, improve soil fertility and soil health, improve market access, and improve extension services. It is in this regard that the Agricultural Sector Development Support Program ASDSP was initiated, where ASDSP Phase I was implemented between 2012 and 2017. Upon completion of ASDSP Phase I, end-term evaluation recommended ASDSP Phase II to address the gaps identified. ASDSP II is a 5-year intervention from 2017 to 2022 aimed at commercialization of agriculture through the development of selected priority value chains. The program is implemented in all the 47 counties and financed by the Swedish International Development Agency (SIDA), the county governments, and the national government. ASDSP II aims at the commercialization of the value chain actors (VCAs) through development of sustainable priority value chains for improved income, food and nutrition security. In Nyeri County, the program focuses on 3 priority value chains, namely cow milk, indigenous chicken, and Irish potato. The implementation of the program is guided by the 3 priority value chains, Strategic Integrated Value Chain Action Plans, (SIVCAP), and further implemented through the Capacity Building and Innovation Extended concepts. These interventions are carried out through a value chain approach by service providers drawn from both public and private sectors within the county. The county government of Nyeri, under the stewardship of His Excellency Mwalimu Mutahikahiga EGH, has been supportive to the program, which is aimed at the commercialization of the value chain actors through development of sustainable priority value chains for improved income, food and nutrition security. The CEC in charge of the Department of Agriculture, Livestock and Aquaculture Development, James Muturi, noted that the program has enhanced productivity and doubled production after capacity building was conducted.
ASDSP provided a platform through which we were able to capacity build our farmers and our value chain actors. And this has given us a very good foundation through which then we have been able to overlay other interventions and especially donor-funded projects that followed ASDSP. We are particularly excited that we have done quite a lot of work in enhancing productivity in the 3 priority value chains. For instance, in potato, we have been able to double the production, and this is through capacity building and through support in innovations, so that then we have our farmers adopting the right innovations and management practices.
He noted that the program has developed key structures in the 3 priority value chains for sustainability of achieved results.
ASDSP, like I mentioned before, has helped us develop very, very serious structures, structures that bring together all the stakeholders in this sector. And for instance, just to mention, we have created what we call value chain platforms, so that now we have, for instance, the potato value chain platform, where stakeholders in the potato sector in Nyeri are able to come together once in a while, share on some of the challenges affecting that value chain, work together towards creating solutions and strategies for the future.
The program has also laid a very good foundation for collaboration, mostly through public-private partnerships, which is critical to the development of the sector.
It has laid a very good foundation for us to collaborate with other partners, and especially to also build in public-private partnerships. We've been working with organized groups. We've been working with other NGOs like the Hand in Hand East Africa. We've been working with processors in various value chains. And this is what is needed for this sector to move to the next level.
He thanked the governor for the support, which has made the program shine among other implementing counties. He noted that this has attracted 13 counties to benchmark in Nyeri County.
as we come to the end, we are excited that this project has given birth to a new project that is coming up sometimes next year, the Kenya Agribusiness Development Program, that is now going to build on the gains that we have made as a country and as a county and create the right atmosphere for the agriculture sector growth in Kenya.
ASDSP coordinator Lucy Chege said that there was partnership among the concerned stakeholders which led to realizing the purpose of improved incomes, food and nutrition security in Nyeri County.
First thing that we do as we try to enhance the productivities of our value chain actors is to capacity build the service providers. The service providers are the officers or the team that go to train in the field, and we identify the gaps that they have in the various innovations that we are going to train on the value chain actors. And after they are trained, now they go to the field to train the value chain actors. And the main area of concentration, as I said, that we have an action plan that we identify the gaps. We try to promote innovation. So it is not just a random training, it's a training whereby we concentrate on the various innovations that will enhance productivity. And when we talk about productivity, we are not just concentrating at the producer level. We have our 5 nodes that we concentrate on. That is the input supplier, the producer, the traders, the transporters, and the processors. So the training cut across those value chain.
The program targeted to reach over 14,000 value chain actors. That is, over 7,000 cow milk, over 3,900 Irish potato, and over 3,000 indigenous chicken value chain actors in 224 value chain organizations, out of which 60 are for cow milk, 65 indigenous chicken, and 99 Irish potato. This addresses 4 key challenges that hinder commercialization of agriculture, namely low productivity along agricultural value chains, inadequate entrepreneurial skills along agricultural value chains and among service providers, low access to markets by value chain actors, and weak and inadequate structures and capacities for consultation, cooperation, and coordination within the sector. The program interventions resulted to increased value chains, productivity, entrepreneurship skills of priority value chain actors, access to markets by value chain actors, and strengthened structures and capacities for consultation, cooperation, and coordination in the sector. The value chain innovations with high prospects for women and youth economic empowerment were also supported, which led to commercialization of the value chains. She lauded His Excellency Governor Kahiga for being supportive to the program, ensuring timely release of the counterpart funds, which triggered donor funds, thus ensuring seamless program implementation.
For Nyeri County, the governor has been able to give us all the money. For the 5 years, it's supposed to be 27.5 million, and we has also been given an extra 6.9 million. And so we are proud to say that Nyeri County is the county that has been given the most money in the whole country for the county contribution, with an excess of 6.9 million, and that is courtesy of the great support that we've gotten from the governor and also our CEC and also the chief officer.
The Agriculture Chief Officer Wilson Maringa lauded Governor Kahiga for being instrumental in the support to the program.
Our Excellency, the Governor, His Excellency Mutahi Kahiga, has been very instrumental in this program by timely contribution of the counterpart funding. He has also been instrumental in ensuring that we have competent staff members who have been able to spearhead the program to greater heights. And that is why this program always shines above other counties.
Nyeri County was the leading county in contribution of the counterpart funds, where 34.5 million Kenya shillings was contributed against the targeted 27.5 million shillings.
Nyeri County, among the other counties, is one of the highest contributor to the ASDSP program. It is supposed to have contributed 27.4 million, but Nyeri County contributed 34.5 million. That is 7 million more as compared to the other counties. And this has made it to do quite a number of programs, and that is why it is always number one.
The program's total budget for the 5 years period was 91 million Kenya shillings, 45.5 million Kenya shillings from the Swedish International Development Agency SIDA, 34,458,568 from the county government of Nyeri, and 11 million Kenya shillings from the national government. Maringa noted that the program has boosted food security as the fruits of the farmers' labor are being realized. On cow milk value chain. After being trained on efficient breeds, silage making, breed selection, clean milk production, and zero grazing, Amboni farmer in Kieni West, Eliud Wanderi, has been able to increase milk production from 40 liters to 86 liters per day from his 8 cows.
Wakati huo sikuwa nimejega sana, nilikuwa na ng'ombe kama 3-4. Baada ya kufundishwa nikaongeza ng'ombe through AI. Wakati huo nilikuwa napeleka maziwa lita 35 to 40. Wakati ile ilikuwa juu, lakini wakati huu niko na 86. ASDSP imenisaidia sana juu ilinitoa pahali nilikuwa chini, imenileta juu, mapato imeongezeka. Hata nimenunua kashamba hapo kakuota hapo karibu na barabara hapo chini. Pesa imeongezeka, unapeleka mtoto shule ile mzuri. Tena una create opportunity ya watu wengine. Mimi huwa na watu 3 kwa kila siku. Una create job kwa watu wengine.
Homoka Destiny Dairy Self-Help Group member from Kamburaine, Ruben Nuto, was trained on sexed semen, feed formulation, efficient breeds, zero grazing, silage making, vaccination, and biogas production. The milk production for his 3 freshened cows increased from 20 liters to the current 80 liters per day.
Wametufundisha maneno ya kuweka silage, hata wanatufundisha maneno ya biogas. Kwanza mimi niko na biogas. Nilipotuliiniwa nilienda nikanunua ng'ombe moja Murang'a. Nilipokuja ilikuwa natoka kilo 2 ya maziwa, lita 2. Nikija hapa nikaipatia chakula ikafikisha lita 7. Nilipopata mbegu ikazaa ilitoa 30 liters. Zile niko nazo napata 8 liters.
The program supported Gatuanyaga Youth Group in Gakawa Ward, Kieni East Sub-County, who benefited with a chaff cutter machine to provide silage making services to cow milk farmers instead of using pangas to chop fodder. This innovation has seen them increase their capacity from 1 ton to 10 tons of silage per day. The machine has changed the livelihood of the 13 youth members who now earn 700 shillings per day. Gerald Morioki, who is the treasurer of the group, noted that the machine has created jobs for the youth who were initially idle. The members have started purchasing dairy goods for the members for diversification.
Tumeajiri wana youth kaa 13 hivi wenye tuko hapo kwa hii kikundi yetu, of which imetusaidia zenye tumesave saa hii, tumenunulia watu kadhaa yani mbuzi za kuweka za maziwa. Tunani mtu 700 kila mtu per day.
The secretary of the group, Anthony Mwangi, however, urges other youth not to only scout for white-collar jobs, but instead create their own opportunities through engaging in untapped agribusiness opportunities.
Wale wamemaliza shule juzi ati wanatafuta kazi ya ofisi ya white collars, nataka kuwaambia sio lazima wakae kwa nyumba, ati waajiriwe. Kazi iko ya kujiajiri wewe wenyewe.
A customer of the group and a cow milk value chain producer, Duncan Maina, noted that silage, if well conserved, can be used for a long time in future during the dry season.
Njia moja ile tumesaidika na silage ni kutusaidia wakati wa jaa, jua imewaka. Sasa tumewahi kupata majani na tukipatia ng'ombe zetu zinatoa maziwa.
At Slopes Dairy Cooperative Society, Karatina Town, after the cooperative society joined hands with ASDSP II, Madera farmers have immensely benefited from training of workers, society management, and an inseminator. The program has also supported the cooperative society with sexed semen and milk ATM to ensure increased productivity. The society chairman Kenneth Maina said the milk production had increased from 7 to 15 litres per cow since the farmers were trained on sexed semen, feed formulation, fodder establishment, housing, fodder conservation, mineral leak formulation, pests and disease management, among others.
Tumekuwa tukifanya hii kazi ya maziwa, tuliona na tukajua sisi hatuna ujuzi wote, na hapo ndipo ASDSP walikuja na wakatuchukua kama moja ya watu ambao walikuwa wakilenga kuwafundisha, na mafunzo ambayo tumepata kutoka kwa ASDSP imekuwa mazuri sana na ya muhimu kwa wakulima, na hasa kwa uzalishaji wa ng'ombe na utoaji wa maziwa.
As a result, the total daily milk collection has increased from 9,000 litres to 16,000 litres.
Mpaka sasa tumeona mazao yake mengi kwa sababu tuna ndama ambao wamezaliwa, na sasa tunatarajia kuwa kutoka hawa ndama hata maziwa yetu ya dairy itaongezeka, kwa sababu ile maziwa tulikuwa tukipata wakati kabla ya kuanza huo mradi imekuwa average ya 7 liters per cow per day, but our hope is that we are going to get more than that. We are hoping to get anything above 15, between 15 and 40 liters from a cow.
The farmers are now able to access feeds, chemicals and salt on a credit basis from the society.
Mkulima yeyote wa slopes hapati shida ya kupata vyakula vya kuwapa mifugo, ili tu awe analeta maziwa. Akiwa analeta maziwa, atake chakula, anakuja hapa na anachukua chakula kwa store, alafu atalipa kutoka kwa maziwa hayo mwisho wa mwezi. Kwa hivyo tuna chakula ya kutosha, chakula ya aina mingi. Wakulima hasa wenyewe ndio husema wanataka chakula gani kiweke kwa store.
The milk ATMs have enabled the cooperative to sell their milk with precision without losses associated to erroneous weighing, while the sexed semen has increased the value of their herd by increased heifer population, as well as shortened the time to get to pedigree. The society is now planning to increase yogurt production and packaging as a way of value addition for increased incomes. Another farmer from Ishoga area, Madera East Sub-County, William Maina, is a smiling farmer after his heifer delivered twin heifer culls after being served with sexed semen from ASDSP II. He is now enjoying the fruits of his labor.
We were informed by our society, that is ROPS, that the county government has given us semens for uplifting our animals, our cows. I invited the veterinary officer from the society to come and serve my animal. After waiting for 9 months, that cow produced twins, which are heifers.
Slopes Dairy Cooperative inseminator Vincent Karumba said that over 70 heifers had been delivered since last year, which has improved local breeds.
I have served approximately 70 so far with sexed semen. They have calved down, some of them. Some are still in calves, and some are still expecting for the next the date of checking of it. I can say the initiative is good. We have done a tremendous job. We are looking forward to have more and more production so that we can assist our cooperative produce a good breed for future progenesis.
At the society's demonstration farm, more farmers have been trained on fodder establishment. Different fodder crop varieties like Super Napier, Lucerne, Panicum, Brachiaria and Chicory Commander. The society manager, Mary Kenywa, acknowledged the county government of Nyeri for the support which has resulted to the cooperative being the highest in milk payouts to farmers in Nyeri County for the last 4 years.
Payment ya slopes iko juu. Kwa sasa tunalipa wakulima wetu at 48 shillings per liter. Na tuna store yenye tunapatianga wakulima wetu wote chakula in credit and also in cash sales, wanalipa mwisho wa mwezi. Kwa hivyo na pia hata AI tunapatiana na credit. Tunashukuru county government na ASDSP kwa zile activities zote zenye wametuletea kwa Slopes Dairy.
Friends Welfare Group from Karatina, Madera East is a youth group which provides silage making services to farmers. The group has thrived in the area after ASDSP II provided them with a shaft cutter machine to ease their work and increase their capacity. The chairman, Kige Nyuguto, said the group members have travelled far and wide in other neighbouring counties to deliver services on demand.
Next week itakuwa Nyahururu County, hiyo ni Nyandarua County. Kuna saili tutaenda kusiaga huko. Kuna wakati tunakuwa Kirinyaga like last week ilipita. Then ile county iko bali tunaenda ni Kisumu.
Due to the high demand for their services, they managed to purchase another machine to meet the growing demand. The 8 members can chop up to 20 tons per day and ensile, generating an income of 1,200 shillings per member daily.
Na for the short time, kwa hiyo miezi tumepewa hiyo shaft cutter na ASDSP, tusha manage kusave na kununua shaft cutter ingine. So first of all, I can thank ASDSP kwa vyenye wametufanyia. Wakati kazi iko mzuri, member mmoja, so juu inalingana na cheo. Inalingana na cheo vyenye uko, kama wewe unakaa kwa machine, kwa siku unalipwa 800. Kama wewe ni msaidizi wa huyo ako kwa machine, unapewa 600. Na kama wewe ni wa kuletea machine majani, unapewa 500.
The members are now planning to purchase a pickup which can help them ferry machines at various regions as demanded by their clients. Christopher Kifiko from Kirumukoyo Young Farmers Group is a youth group of dairy farmers. The group has adopted various innovations trained by ASDSP II, for instance, silage making, sexed semen and feed formulation. This has reduced the cost of feeds by 20% and also increased milk production from 8 liters to 13 liters daily per cow per day.
We'd like to thank ASDSP because they have helped us seriously grow and increase our production. And we can also see now that our cost of production has been going down significantly since we learned about the changing of feeds, because now we'll buy less commercial feeds and we use what we have. ASDSP taught us the different services available from the county government. We got to meet all the officers in livestock, in veterinary, even those in agriculture, and which has been very helpful, because now in case you have a problem, it's very easy to get help. Number 2, they every time they have something new, they come and share it with us, so that is very helpful.
At Mokoroine's Central Ward, a retired teacher, Erastus Njuguna, has lived to tell a success story where farmers have been visiting him daily for the training. The program trained him on biogas production, use of cow mattresses, water harvesting, fodder formulation, grass strips for soil conservation, silage making, and how to construct a cow barn. The milk production has increased from 600 to over 1,300 liters monthly.
Nimepata kusomeshwa katika institution za ukulima, moja ikiwapo huko Rurengo, na baadaye vituo vingine humu nyumbani, masomo ya ng'ombe kutoka kwa watumishi wa agriculture hapa kwetu na wengineo kutoka baribari. Hapo awali nilikuwa natoa maziwa kama kilo 30-40 kwa mwezi, lakini leo wakati huu, wakati niko na maziwa nyingi, huwa nafikisha kiwango cha 2,020 liters kwa mwezi.
He urges the county government of Nyeri to train more farmers to increase milk production.
Ningetaka kuambia serikali kama angewezesha kupatia masomo zaidi wale watu wengine tunao ingefaa sana.
A public service provider, Esther Muraya, said over 1,500 dairy farmers have undergone capacity building on new innovations and smart climate agriculture, disease control and value addition, which has led to milk increase from 8 litres to 13 litres per cow.
I managed to train 1,500 farmers in various innovations and technologies, like in zero grazing, where you have the innovation of cow mattress, water harvesting as a climate smart agriculture, breeding, fodder conservation, fodder establishment, disease control. In breeding, we have the sex semen and also the breeding technologies, the various breeds in Nyeri County. We have also trained the farmers in value addition in milk and various technologies. We have moved from the average of milk from 8 to 13 per cow per day.
Othaya service provider David Gadogo said local farmers have since embarked on value addition like yogurt making, which has more income after the training. He lauded the county government, saying the program has increased the value chain's productivity.
Through ASDSP, that is Agricultural Development Support Program, the common farmer has improved the milk production from 6 litres to 12 litres. That's after undergoing the training they got from the ASDSP service provider. We also thank the county government of Nyeri for bringing in ASDSP, and we really appreciate the support they've given to our farmers.
ASDSP II also trained progressive women group members from Kingongo near Nyeri Town. A member and the secretary to the cow milk value chain platform, Becky Njoki, embraces the use of biogas, an innovation which can generate environmental, health and social benefits to rural areas with a net positive impact on energy.
So now it's just going to the zero.
The group members were trained on other necessities of dairy farming. They have also trained other neighboring farmers through field days. Their incomes doubled, production increased, created employment and conserved the environment.
The income from the dairy farm can tell you when you see Daras has added to 25, that is the case with the others. So the income has gone up. So from 13 to 25, it means now the double the milk. In fact, it is double. We are talking of from 13 to 25 is almost double. So the income has gone up. ASDSP has brought on board other trainers and other people who help us. We have these. I never had biogas. I've always thought of biogas, but it never came into me. But the people who came in and they told us about biogas, there was this idea of how do you build biogas, and my shed is away from my home, so there are no people who could organize how to have the biogas near me. But they brought this Sistema biogas, and in fact they were able to install the biogas, and I'm happy with the biogas. You know, this biogas has cut down the cost of my fuel, so I am happy. I'm happy with the ASDSP.
Nyeri Central Service Provider Joseph Kahiro noted that ASDSP II interventions have led to increase in milk production.
We have trained them on planting of certified seeds by planting the protein, which is the major and the most composition on the feed formulation, which also have high costs in the markets. And for example, we have shown them on how to plant something called sunflower, which is more adaptable to this area. By this, we have seen some success and some improvement in our production from 6 liters to 12 liters, average all over the sub-county.
The cow milk value chain mentor and the policy and institutional capacity development officer Helen Maina noted that the productivity has also increased from adoption of innovations and technologies promoted by the service providers engaged by the program.
With the intervention of ASDSP and collaboration with other actors like the Africa Milk Project,
our actors have now been able to learn more about new types of fodder, whereby different fodder plots were established across the county, and the actors have adopted well, and they are increasing the productivity. After ASDSP intervention, it brought about the use of sex semen, whereby our actors have been using sex semen. It has increased the chances of getting a heifer calf from 50% to 90%.
This has also decreased the post-production milk losses and increased quality milk production. The average production has consequently increased from 6 to 9 liters per cow per day.
The productivity has also gone up after the actors being capacity built on production of quality fodder and also feed formulation, increasing the productivity at farm level, whereby from the 6 liters which were there during the baseline survey to 9 liters.
On indigenous chicken value chain. In the year 2017, Jack Nyeri started poultry rearing but lost almost the whole flock due to lack of technical skills. ASDSP II later joined in and not only offered training but also a solar-powered incubator to his group. He is currently one of the major distributors of the chicks in the area. For the last few years, he has hatched over 2,000 chicks worth 200,000 Kenya shillings. Through ASDSP II capacity building, he was able to operate the incubator, manage his flock, brood chicks, and practice routine poultry management.
After receiving trainings on how to successfully rear chicken, we were funded with an incubator, a solar-powered incubator by ASDSP through the county government. But before they gave us the incubator, we had to successfully attend a number of classes so that when we receive the incubator, we start the game rolling forward. And that is exactly what we did. We got the incubator now 2 years ago, and we started incubating immediately. We usually operate on a rotational basis, whereby when the first person gets the ballot to incubate, they incubate, they get out of the ballot, the next person gets in, and you're not allowed to go back to the ballot until the last person has incubated their eggs. That is when you'll be allowed back. So successfully, we've hatched around 1,500 to now 2,000 chicks.
In addition, he has perfected in operating the incubators, where he offers consultancy services to other groups at a fee, thus having additional income. In addition, he has opened an agrovet to avail poultry inputs to members of the group and neighbors who have increased their flock size from 6 to 50 birds. His household income has therefore tripled.
So I opened up an agrovet. I have an agrovet within the locality. It's called Star Agroya, where majority of our farmers all around this area, they usually come and get feeds from my place. They get vitamins from my place. They get dewormers and all these medicines for curing the chicken. Through experience in like now the 2 years that I've been in business, because I started immediately after COVID, I've realized that business is so good, I cannot get enough chicken to the market, and the only thing or room left for me is to scale up the business, so that I want that every farmer who feels they want chicken, the first person they will think of is Jack. If they feel they want eggs, the first farmer they will think of is Jack.
Alice Wainaina, who is a beneficiary of Nyeri's work, traveled from far in order to be trained on chicken rearing. She is targeting to increase her chicken flock to 200 birds so that she can increase her income.
Yeye alinifundisha vizuri zaidi kwa sababu niliona kama ni vizuri zaidi kwa sababu nilikuwa peke yangu. Vile ananiendelea kutufundisha na kutufundisha akiwa na roho safi kabisa. Unaona kuna watu wengine wanakuwa na kinyongo, hata akikufundisha unaona hataki kukueleza mambo yote, lakini Jack ni kukueleza kabisa. Hamaindi kwa kama yeye atanifundisha alafu nimnyang'anye customers.
So far,
KNBS service provider Mary Kamote added that the farmers from the area have also been trained on how to rear black soldier fly (BCF), formulate feeds, and poultry vaccination.
We have really tried to advise most of our farmers to plant their own plants that can provide protein gap, more so on sunflower. And we have also trained them on how to rear black soldier fly, which is also another source where they can reduce the cost of production. We have also trained them on how they can formulate their own feeds, of which they are very sure of whatever they are mixing is of high quality. At the same time, it will lower the cost of production to their birds. On diseases, they have tried to adhere on the vaccination programs against all the viral diseases.
The chairman of Kagege Youth Self-Help Group in Karatina Ward, Madera East Sub-County, Charles Gedaiga, said that after the training on poultry housing, vaccination and provision of an incubator, the members have been able to shun drugs, substances and alcohol abuse. The 20 youth members have ventured in chicken rearing to increase their income.
ASDSP tulipokutana na wao watutusaidia sana na mambo ya training, sana kwa ufugaji wa kuku, mambo na magonjwa, na tumeendeleza nao vizuri na wametusaidia sana, na pia wametusaidia na incubator ambayo imetusaidia kuzalisha vifaranga, na sasa tunashukuru kwa kuwa sasa tumekuwa wafugaji wa kuku kwa wingi. Vijana ambao wanasema hakuna kazi, ninaweza sema kazi iko, ni kujitolea. Kuku ina pesa za mfukoni kwa haraka, so ukilisha kuku kwa miezi 3 uko na pesa kwa mfuko.
Kiawagi Self-Help Group members in Kirimukoe Ward, Madera West Sub-County, the youth are now growing azolla plants which are rich in proteins for chicken farming. Azolla, also known as Azolla pinnata, is an aquatic fern with a crude protein content of 25 to 35%, thus a good protein source in feeds. The secretary of the group, Dennis Miner, says with a kilogram of Azolla feeds, which goes for 40 shillings, this has reduced the feeding costs by 70%. A kilogram of Azolla seed, on the other hand, is 1,000 shillings.
We do sell Azolla seedling at 1,000 per kilo. That is for seed, and for commercial use, we sell to our local farmers at 40 shillings per kg. Since Azolla is more profitable in fish rearing and poultry farming, thus it fights about 70% of the feeding cost.
The group, which is growing Azolla for commercial purposes and intends to expand the enterprise to reap maximum benefits. He has since constructed his own house from the income.
I find that I get at least over 15 to 20K. Yeah, in combination even construction, name them. Yeah, per month. If you can go in the lower side of our land, you find that I'm constructing my own house.
Margaret Masharia, a member of Blessed Widows Self-Help Group from Gadea Village in Roge Ward, Mukurweini Sub-County, was trained on vaccination, use of eco-friendly cartons for chicks transportation, feed formulation, and linked to the market. She is now able to train other farmers to meet the huge demand for poultry products.
Through ASDSP, I have learned water harvesting, kujenga cages ya kuku, hata kuweka food pack due to preventing of diseases.
She's shocked that the ASDSP II program is coming to an end and urged the government and CIDA to extend it and even fund it more.
We are told that this program is ending November, and we are just praying, and we are appealing to our county governor whether it can be extended so that some of the members don't know about them, so that if even through us educating them, they can at least even then they can benefit from the ASDSP. Otherwise, We just hope it can be added some other years.
At Jitegemee Persons with Disability Group, the chair lady Veronica Muthoni said the group has been able to purchase another incubator from the proceeds of one incubator provided by ASDSP II 2 years ago.
Nituonaga faida ya gikundi tondu nitukoragwo na incubator. Incubator ĩyo nĩ tũteithĩtie mũno. Nĩtũtũrithagia njui na tukona faida. Tondũ andũ aingĩ nĩmonete faida ya tũcui tũu tondũ twendagia tũcui tũrĩ tũnini. Tũcui twa wiki. Amwe nĩmateithĩkĩte mũno na kĩrĩa kĩu tondũ kũrĩ tani hakwa. Nĩngũrĩte macini ya nguo. Ngacoka ngagũra ka incubator ga 60 egg na gacoka kandeithia na gũthomithia.
A group member, Alice Getonga, said the farmers were trained on how to operate solar-powered incubators, synchronized and serial hatching, and use of eco-friendly cartons for chicks transportation.
The fish have benefited from the group through education. Tondũ nĩtuonetio ũhoro wa gũthondeka irio. Irio ta cia kũhe ngũkũ ũngĩenda ikorwo ĩkĩrekia layers. Irio cia kũhe ngũkũ na nĩgetha rĩngĩ ĩgĩe na kũrekia nĩcio icio cia layers cia kũrekia matumbĩ. Ona cia kũhota gũkũra ngũkũ ĩgakũranga na ihenya. Ngaheo ũteithio wa gĩkundi gĩthomo-inĩ na kũmenya gwaka nyũmba. Na njĩra ya kũhe ngũkũ security na nĩgetha itige kũnyarirĩka na itũmi mwanya. Tũgakĩonio ũhoro wa gwaka nyũmba ĩngĩkorwo yehereire mogwati macio. Ngateithĩka na njĩra ya kũrĩithia tũkũkũ tũu. Atĩ gĩkundi kĩahe ngũkũ ciakwa, onokorwo ndigũkorwo ngĩoya nyingĩ ngoya ngũkũ ta 25. Rĩrĩa ndendia, ngagunĩka ngahota kuona mbeũ ya kũhanda. Ngateithĩka ngahota kuona mwana nĩacoka cukuru.
A service provider in Othaya, Kelvin Derito, said the farmers were also linked to the market for their poultry products.
Some of the interventions as service providers that we've done, we've taught members how to formulate feeds. Now due to the poor quality of feeds in the market currently, so members have a way of generating their own feeds, thus also lowering the cost of production. Secondly, we've also managed to do some market linkages with financiers. We've done vaccinations, we've done biosecurity. All those interventions put in place, you find that the cost of production has significantly decreased.
Still in Othaya sub-county, Altec Knights Youth Group Chairman Dombe Mukami has cut the cost of chicken feeds by half after the group started rearing the black soldier fly BSF. Black soldier fly larvae are rich in protein, fat and other essential nutrients required by animals. Containing nutrients are suitable as a feed for chicken, among other animals.
They are very, very rich in protein and fats. They also have potassium, calcium and magnesium, everything you need for egg production in chicken farming. If you are kama unalima black soldier fly, unaweza substitute the feed up to 50% depending on the type of chicken you are keeping. Ukikuwa na free range, unaweza substitute up to 50% ya feed. Hii itakusaidia kupunguza gharama na mayai zako zitakupatia better profit kwa soko.
The BSF project has commercialized, where the group sells a kilogram of the BSF larvae at 2,000 shillings with almost no production cost, since the flies, larvae and pupae feed on waste.
Inatusaidia ku reduce cost na pia tunatumia the organic waste. Tunatumia the droppings za kuku zenyewe. Na pia the frass, the manure itself, inatusaidia sana kulima the other things that we farm. The pupae we sell for 2,000 shillings per kilo. Or if you prefer, you can take the eggs for 2,000 also per gram.
Nancy Kaigwa from Kiando, Wamagana Ward in Tetu Sub-County, says that since she was trained on synchronized and serial hatching by the area service provider, life has never been the same, as she has increased her income tremendously.
The program has trained us on chicken rearing. There was a time even they taught us how to make the food. how to mix and get the chicken food. They have connected me personally to other groups, because there are some people who come for the eggs here and not the ones whom I know. So when they come, they tell me, I was told that you have got eggs which we can put in our incubator.
Kaigwa, who is the secretary of Kafawera Self-Help Group, added that since she joined ASDSP II in 2018, she has increased her flock from 20 to 300 birds, increased income and production since there is business in poultry farming.
I would say there is much profit in farming. We cannot miss these basic things. With chicken, you will not miss basic things. You may not have a lot of money in the bank, but you will not miss basic things. You will not miss a kilo of sugar. You will not miss oil. Whatever we need, basic things, we will not miss. Because when you are just waiting, somebody comes and says, "I want 2 trays of eggs." That is 1,200.
The incubator given to the group by ASDSP II has been a blessing to the group and to the community.
Having the incubator is also helping us very much to boost this work. So we thank the county government, we thank the ASDSP for intervention, and we are happy. And we promise we are going to do our best so that we also be a blessing to others.
Another farmer, Gladys Wambui of Nyeri Good Hope Self-Help Group in Muiga Ward, Kieni West Sub-County, reported that through ASDSP II interventions, her group has started manufacturing their own quality chicken feeds after the training on feed formulation. This has reduced the cost of feeds and poultry, increased production due to use of quality feeds.
Tumesaidiana na ASDSP juu kupitia hiyo wakati wa masomo tulikuja kugundua shida ya hii biashara ni chakula. So tukaamua vile tunaweza jitengenezea chakula yetu kupitia service provider wenye wanaajiriwa na ASDSP. Tunatengeneza chakula yetu iko hapa, sisi hatununuangi chakula. Chakula yetu tunafanyanga feed formulation hapa nyumbani.
She challenged the youth to venture into the lucrative poultry business.
Wakati nilifundishwa na ASDSP, nikaanza kuwa mtu mwenye ameanza kupata pesa. So vile tulikuwa tunatafuta vibarua hapa na pale, niliacha juu hata kwa mfuko nimepata pesa. Wanayuthi wenye wanahangaika wakitafuta biashara, wasomeshwa wajue vile wanaweza pata pesa yao kupitia hii masomo ya ASDSP. Juu hii kazi ni mzuri na inaweza lipa.
Through a partnership, Agape Youth Group in Nyeri Town has also been trained on value addition by Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, Dikut.
When this project came,
a food scientist, John Ambai, from the Institute of Food Bioresources Technology, said the group members have been trained on how to make chicken sausages and were ready for business since ASDSP II had supported them with the processing equipment.
One of the things ASDSP had done has really supported them very well. Various equipments have been bought through ASDSP as supported to support this small group, and you have seen they are bought for them. We have basic sausage making equipment. They have the grinder, they have the mincer, they have the freezer, they have the defeathering machine, and also the fridge. They have also supported them with them. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying is ASDSP has really done a very good job. Even as they held the program, there are so many successful stories they can record and they can document. Being like now the Agape group being one of the successful stories of a small group that has been mentored by themselves.
Agape Youth Group Chairperson Paul Washira appreciated ASDSP II for supporting the group with processing equipment. The group had constructed a business premises to sell their value-added products for employment creation to the youth.
Came up with the idea to approach ASDSP, which funded us with a value addition material equipment, which are a fridge and a freezer, a deep freezer, where we will be storing our goods, our products. We also provided with a sausage making machine and a rotisserie, which is a roasting machine for roasting chicken, and also provided with a deep fryer.
He challenges other youths to venture into the business since there's always ready market for the sausages as the demand is always high.
Our products will have a competitive advantage in the market, majorly because we are dealing with indigenous chicken farming, and this is because indigenous chicken products in the market have been very limited. So we have seen a gap in that, and we already know that the market is in need of products made from specifically indigenous chicken meat.
Wachiro thanked Governor Kahiga and the county government of Nyeri for the program and called upon those involved to extend it.
I would like to acknowledge the Governor of Nyeri County, His Excellency Kahiga, for being the bearer of carrying the cross of farming in Nyeri County and enabling there to be platforms that enable farmers in Nyeri County to get knowledge and skill on how they can improve their activities.
The Indigenous Chicken Value Chain Platform Chair Alice Kiberenge noted that the program has brought together all the value chain actors, that is, input suppliers, producers, traders, transporters and processors.
In Phase II, ASDSP has been able to identify even actors in the processing node, meaning that our value chain now is complete with actors in all the 5 nodes. Out of the trainings, all being capacity built by the ASDSP for the last 10 years, and mainly these 5 years, the last 5 years, we've been able to learn about commercialization of our enterprises.
The per capita income of the poultry value chain actors has consequently increased from 40 shillings to over 100 shillings. She thanked the program for the benchmarking tours in Kitale and Makueni areas, which has opened the eyes of the farmers.
I made poultry farming a business, whereby I was able to educate my 2 sons through the secondary school with the income from a poultry business, and also taking them to college. We are also grateful as a platform to also our Mheshimiwa, the governor, for giving enabling environment for the ASDSP to perform as it has performed.
A service provider in Tetu, Damaris Wachira, says the various interventions have not only increased production and created employment, but also reduced the mortality rates.
Through those few interventions, the farmers have been able to create employment for themselves. Through the increase in the flock size, they have been able to venture into businesses like egg selling, chick selling, like the day-old chicks, 1-month-old chicks, and they have been able to bridge the gap that was there in Nyeri County.
Another service provider, Alex Maina, says the indigenous value chain has embraced innovation and technology, which has increased their hatchability ratio and decreased the mortality rate of the chicken.
The groups that have used the incubators have been able to increase the hatchability percentage from 55 to 75, which is a great improvement. The groups trained on vaccination have also able to decrease the mortality rate. The use of brooder has increased the survival rate of the chicks.
A mentor and the Program Business Development Officer, Eddie Tanjero, adds that the farmers are now able to overcome microbial resistance, low marketing, high mortality rates, and high feed costs.
We've trained our actors on a vaccination program, and this one has helped us overcome the challenges of what we are calling microbial resistance, which has been a challenge there before. On the line of marketing, we've been able to address organizations that are going to deal with marketing. The actors have come up with a community-based organization known as Nyeri Poultry Enterprise that will deal with the marketing of the indigenous chicken.
The training in the development of new chicken products like dressed birds and sausages, training of azolla plants and BSF flies has boosted the farmers. The program has been able to increase the average flock size from 6 to over 50 birds per household, as well as reduce the mortality rate from 10% to 5% in the county.
The mortality rate as there before was 10%, but currently it has reduced by 5%. The flock size has increased from 6 to between 50 to 100 bags per household.
On Irish potato value chain, Nyeri farmers who have been trained on commercialization of the value chain have reaped the benefits of the program by increasing their incomes and improving their livelihood. Githura self-help group members in Mogonda Ward, KNBS sub-county, raked in over 1 million Kenya shillings from their 3-acre land where they harvested Mackay's Irish potatoes and sold to contract market. A member of the group, Ismail Abdi, said the members have been on contract farming after the agricultural officers trained them on proper seed selection, proper farming methods, soil analysis, fertilizer application, pests and disease control.
Katika ukulima wa viazi tumepata kupata mafunzo mengi sana pale kupitia katika ASDSP na pia maafisa wa kilimo. Tumekuja kujua kwamba kuna wale watu ambao wananunua viazi kwa kilo, na ndiposa hii viazi ambayo nimeshika hapa, hii tuko na contract farming ambayo kuna mnunuzi ambayo anakuja atanunua hii viazi kupitia kwa kilo.
Susan Wangeshi lauded the support from the ASDSP II, saying their production has increased tremendously.
Tulikuwa hatukusomesha watoto vizuri, lakini wakati huu tunasomesha watoto kutoka shule ya chini mpaka university. Mafundisho yenu kutoka DSP inatufundisha haraka, na hata watoto wetu wanaona ni mzuri. Huko manyumbani walikuwa wakiona kama kulima si kazi, lakini kutoka tuanze kulima, mtoto anaona kama viazi kama hii, anauliza mam, inatoka kwa shamba kweli? Nikamuonesha niko shamba yao. Kwa hivyo akasema hata mimi ndaweza nipatia kidogo shamba nilime.
Githura Self-Help Group Chairman Pati Kwashira noted that the program has boosted food security in the area and improved the livelihood of many.
Kulingana na fanya tunalima na tunaona faida, tumeanza kuchange manyumbani kwetu. Sasa kitu kama manyumba tumeanza kujenga manyumba mzuri. Yenye tulikuwa tunakaa bereni, siku hizi tuko advanced kidogo.
Each of the 32 members has an acre of land for growing Irish potatoes.
Sasa manyumbani tulikuwa na quota, ndio mwingine 8, lakini sasa tuko karibu kila mtu na eka moja moja.
At Kiambogo Kianjogu Potato Growers Self-Help Group, the chairman of the group, Lee Waithaka, likened the work of farmers like that of those involved in white-collar jobs since they have been earning more compared to even those working in offices.
Mbata mimi nimeinua maisha yangu kidogo, sababu wakati hawa project ilitukuta tukiwa chini sana. Lakini ukiangalia sana unaweza kuona area hii yetu ya Kiambogo tangu ASDSP kuje, watu kama wakulima wameinuka. Ukiangalia unaweza kuona maisha ya wakulima iko sasa wameinuka, wako kiwango ya wafanyikazi wale wengine wa serikali, hata pengine wameshinda wafanyikazi wa serikali.
This land is our gold. We thank the county government of Nyeri for the extension service which has led us to enjoy the bumper harvest, noted Chairman Waithaka.
Wakati huu tunashuga hii mshahara wetu kama vile mtu wa banki anashuga pesa zake zikiwa kwa account, kama vile banki inaajiri askari wachuge pesa sao isikiwa kwa nini. Hata sisi wenyewe tunashuga hii mshahara hivyo, hata hatutakagi ikanyago sababu tunaona hii ni gold.
Another member, Alice Wanja, who was harvesting 40 bags per acre before the program, now harvests over 80 bags per acre after she was capacity built on potato production, entrepreneurship and access to markets. She's even able to use a walk-in tractor provided by ASDSP II, which further reduced the cost of production and lower post-production losses.
Tuseme kama mimi mkulima wa hapa Kiambogo, ninafanya ukulima wangu ekari 3. Na hiyo ekari 3 nimefika hiyo kiwango ya kufikisha tani 10 kwa ekari moja kupitia ile mafunzo ya ASDSP.
Her livelihood has since improved, whereby she's able to rear 100 sheep, 4 dairy cows, buy a plot in Nairobi shopping center, improve her house, pay school fees, and recently constructed a gate worth 100,000 shillings.
Mauzo yangu ya viazi, nimenunua kondoo, nimepata Hampshire down, nilipata 10 ambao nimekuwa nikifuga, sasa niko na 100 sheep. Pia viazi imenunulia ng'ombe. Kwa hivyo mambo ya maziwa, mimi niko na ng'ombe wa maziwa, na hiyo ni manufaa tu ya viazi.
Another potato farmer, Charles Kanyoni, who is the chairman of GGK Farmers Group in Narumoru, Kiamataga Ward in Kieni East Sub-County, says he's able to produce 80 bags of potato from the initial 40 bags after the training. This is after embracing the modern technology like molding farming and clean seeds, which has led to increase in production and reduced labor costs.
ASDSP wametufunza the modern technology ile itwa ya molding. Tumesema imekuwa ikitusaidia sana, sababu hata mambo ya production imeongezeka. Tayari tumeingia mambo ya contract farming. Kwa hivyo sasa tunaigiza nguvu zote zetu kwa ukulima wa viazi ndio angalau tuanze kuinua jamii zetu. Kwa hivyo nataka kushukuru mwanzo ASDSP wamekuwa manufaa na wametuinua sana.
GGK Group Vice Secretary Irene Masharia said after ASDSP II training, they grew Shangi potato variety which does well in the area after soil testing.
Tumeshukuru sana juu kwenye tulikuwa saa hii tumetoka. Tumesoma na tukajua vile tunaweza lima vizuri na sasa tunaona tunaendelea na kuwa matajiri. Hii mambo ya ukulima wa viazi umetutoa mbali sana. Juu hata watoto tunasomesha watoto na hiyo viazi, tunajenga manyumba na hata tukafanya mambo mengi.
The variety is high yielding and marketable. This has created employment for the local youth.
Variety yenye wakati huu tunapanda.
A private service provider, Ann Moshomba, noted that the group members were trained on soil testing, composting, use of certified seeds, minimum tillage, breaking of apical dominance, seed plot techniques and mechanization, e.g. use of working tractors and value addition. This has resulted to increased production and increased incomes due to new innovations.
Nimekuwa nikifunza innovations nyingi kwa viazi ili mazao yaweze kuongezeka. Na innovations zenye tumepromote ama tumekuwa tukifunza wakulima wote wamezichukua na wamefanya hiyo kazi. Na ndio mazao yao imeweza kuongezeka. Sasa wanalima kibiashara. Wengi wao wamefaidika na hiyo kazi ya kilimo ya viazi. Na sasa wako na kitu food security, hawana shida ya chakula.
A mentor, Joseph Masharia, noted that through ASDSP II, the actors have adopted new technologies and innovations like dehelming, molding, mulching, digital weighing, use of storage crates, e-marketing, e.g. viazi soko, motorized spraying system, use of apical cuttings, positive seed selecting techniques, soil testing, seed plot techniques, among others.
The program has done a lot in capacity building in the good agricultural practices. The value chain actors have been trained from the planting to harvesting, even up to post-harvest management to reduce the losses after the production. The program has capacity built the value chain actors in accessing market information, the use of market platform, contract farming, and also the issue of market linkages with other stakeholders.
This has resulted to increase in production from 40 bags to 80 bags per acre, thereby increasing the incomes from the value chain.
The value chain actors have really improved, doubling their production from as low as 4 tons to 10 tons currently per acre. The prices have also improved from improvement in market linkage from as low as 12 shillings per kilo to an average of 25 to 30 shillings per kilo.
The commercialized enterprise offers employment to many. The Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, Amos Njenga, ensured that the set targets were achieved through implementation of planned activities. Monitoring and evaluation is critical in program implementation as it tracks progress, informs areas of improvement to ensure that objectives are met.
The program continuously monitors and evaluates its activities to ensure that all the targets are achieved. And it is through these achievement of the targets that will ensure that the program achieves its main goal, which is to ensure commercialization of all the value chains.
He is keen to ensure that the program activities are aligned to the program outputs, outcomes, purpose, and overall goal. He thanked Governor Kahiga and the entire team, which has led to Nyeri County shining among other counties.
I want to thank His Excellency the Governor and the entire county leadership for their support to the ASDSP program, because it is through their support that ASDSP in Nyeri County is shining, which has even seen other counties come to benchmark in our beautiful county.
This report has been compiled by the Nyeri Governor's Press Unit.